Hello. Okay, this is just okay. I can see some viewers and friends joining. Welcome you all. I can see 13 friends joining now, but I can't see your names. Where is that? After a long time, I came live. Don't know what are the settings here. hmm Hello, 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 friends. Can you see me and hear me? Don't know how it operates. Streaming. Yes. Now I can see your comments. Hello, Pranam. Amit Avasthi. Welcome, Amit. Welcome, Naresh Kumar. Shinmugam. Why my audio is. Hello. Hi. Learn with Pritesh. Welcome. Hi. Learn with Pritesh. Welcome. I don't know why my own sound is echoing back to me. What are the settings? Pramila ji, welcome. I don't know why my own sound is echoing back to me. Learn with Pritesh. Welcome, Pritesh. Welcome, RK videos. And welcome, Pritesh. Welcome, RK videos. Arey, what's the miracle? Learn with Pritesh. What's the miracle? Good that miracles are happening in your life. Learn with Pritesh. What's the miracle? Good that miracles are happening in your life. Actually, I just want to figure out where are the controls here. I created a live stream. Okay, today actually I wanted to talk in this live stream with you about the practical insights. I mean, insights into lawyering, lawyering skills for appellate practice. Mm. So I thought I should go live and chat with you, young friends. So that's why this live stream today. कितने दोस्त आ गए ओके 15 15 ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं दैट्स गुड So are you all young lawyers? और वेलकम जमीयत. Already, are you all lawyers? If yes, please post yes in the comment box. You can you can write. You can write yes, I'm a lawyer. And also you can state how many years have you put in into the law practice. Good evening, Savage Defender. Good evening. Pursue law. Learn with Pritesh is pursuing law. He's a law student. Good. So, do you intend to be in litigation lawyering, Pritesh? कौन कौन आप में से ऑलरेडी वकील है और जो नहीं है वो बनना चाह रहे हैं, ये थोड़ा सा मैं जानना चाहूँगा. ओके. प्रीतेश कह रहे हैं यस, ही वांट्स टू बी अ लिटिगेशन लॉयर. गुड. So already I think the stream has started 7 minutes ago. तो हम आज की बात शुरू करेंगे. सो वेलकम दोस्तों, ये लाइव स्ट्रीम को काफ़ी समय बाद मैं सोचा चलो लाइव चलते हैं और दोस्तों से मिलते हैं, बात करते हैं. और ऐसे हुआ कि रिसेंटली मेरा एक स्पीच हुआ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट टीचिंग डिपार्टमेंट लॉ में, इसी टॉपिक पर जो आज के लाइव स्ट्रीम का टॉपिक है. और मैंने सोचा क्यों ना मैं अपने यंग दोस्तों के साथ भी वो सब बातें शेयर करूं जो मैंने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट टीचिंग डिपार्टमेंट लॉ में शेयर की थी. ओके, वेलकम मिथुन एंड वेलकम एडवोकेट अहमद and Savage Defender. Yes, you are a young advocate waiting for AIB results. Okay, good. Curious to practice litigation lawyering. Great. Great. So today's live stream is for friends like you only, those who are really willing to start law practice. तो आज मैं बात करने वाला हूँ practical lawyering skills. I mean practical insights into lawyering skills. हाँ, जब हम लिटिगेशन लॉयरिंग के बारे में सोचते हैं तो या उसमें आना चाहते हैं तो वी हैव टू हैव सर्टन लॉयरिंग स्किल्स. तो इसी टॉपिक पे बात हुई थी मेरी पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट टीचिंग डिपार्टमेंट के स्टूडेंट्स से. तो थैंक यू एडवोकेट अहमद, मेरे सभी वीडियोस देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. और लर्न विद प्रीतेश कहते हैं मूड कोर्ट में पार्टिसिपेट करना है बट कम्युनिकेशन हेजिटेशन का कारण नहीं, उसके कारण नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. ओके, उसके कारण नहीं कर रहे हैं. चलो ठीक है, इस बात को भी अगर मुझे याद रही तो डील करेंगे कैसे कम्युनिकेशन के हेजिटेशन को निकालेंगे. एक्चुअली दिस वाज माय ओन एक्सपीरियंस व्हेन आई फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम टेकन डिसीजन टू पार्टिसिपेट इन मूड कोर्ट कंपटीशन इन माय थर्ड ईयर लॉ. तो उस वक्त जब मैं एकदम नया नया था, मेरा भी कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा नहीं था, बट मैंने पार्टिसिपेट किया. एंड दैट्स द की मिस्टर प्रीतेश, दैट्स द की. जो हेजिटेशन की आज जो बात कर रहे हैं ना, ये हेजिटेशन तो होता ही है, कुछ भी नई चीज़ हम करते हैं तो. एंड हेजिटेशन को मास्टर करने का तरीका एक ही है कि जिस चीज़ का हेजिटेशन हो रहा है वो हम अंदर से जोर लगा के कर ही डालें, बस कर ही डालें। जो होगा जैसा होगा देखा जाएगा। ऑफ कोर्स तैयारी करके ही करना है, मगर उसके बावजूद जो होगा जैसा होगा देखा जाएगा। इस विचार से अगर आप करोगे और बार बार करते रहोगे तो डेफिनेटली एक समय आएगा कि हेजिटेशन निकल जाएगा। अब कम्युनिकेशन के कुछ टेक्निक्स है, कुछ स्किल्स है, उनको जानो, उनको प्रैक्टिस करो। एक नॉन लाइव सिचुएशन में आप प्रैक्टिस करो तो हेजिटेशन निकल जाएगा। ओके, तो चलो कोई बात नहीं। 16 फ्रेंड्स हैं आज हमारे साथ, 15 16 जो भी है, हम बात करेंगे। तो क्या होता है दोस्तों, लॉयरिंग स्किल्स की जब हम बात करते हैं तो हमें ये ध्यान में लेना पड़ता है कि लॉयरिंग जर्नी की स्टेजेस कहाँ से शुरू होती है और कहाँ ख़त्म होती है, राइट? अब फर्स्ट स्टेज होती है लॉयरिंग स्किल की, आई मीन लॉयरिंग जर्नी की, जब क्लाइंट आपके ऑफिस में एंटर होता है। और फोर्थ एंड लास्ट स्टेज वो होती है जब आपकी केस जो भी है वो डिस्पोज अप हो जाती है। जो केस आपने उसकी बनाई और कोर्ट में दायर की, वो जब खत्म हो जाती है तब। तो ऐसी एक्चुअली देर आर 4 स्टेजेस, मतलब मैंने उनको डिवाइड किया है लॉयरिंग जर्नी में 4 स्टेजेस। तो फर्स्ट स्टेज कौन सी है? आई वुड से इट्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग द प्रॉब्लम प्रॉपरली, प्रॉब्लम ऑफ योर क्लाइंट प्रॉपरली. Then the next stage is working on the problem. The third is drafting of the pleadings, drafting of the case. And the last stage is conducting the case in the court. उज्ज्वल राय जी वेलकम। एंड उज्ज्वल राय जी थोड़ा माफ़ करना, मैं आज एक अलग टॉपिक लेकर आया हूँ, इसलिए आपकी जो प्रॉब्लम है, जो कोर्ट में केस चल रहा है, उसमें एडवर्टाइजमेंट, जो सर्विस मैटर है, उसका मैं माफ़ करना, मैं अभी जवाब बीच में दूंगा तो वो अपने आज के टॉपिक से थोड़ा अलग लगेगा। आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट। Okay, I'll be talking in mixed languages. I mean Hindi, English mix. So there are 4 stages of a lawyer's lawyering journey, especially when it comes to his legal skills are concerned. Just like I told you, 4 stages: understanding the problem of your client, number 1, working on the problem, number 2, and then drafting of the case for your client, number 3, and conducting the case before the court, number 4. Okay. With that, now let's begin with the first stage. Is it okay? Are you okay with this topic today? And I think you would be, because this is basically for young advocates. So before I start speaking about all the 4 stages and the skills attached with it, let me first deal with the question, what is the purpose of being a lawyer? If you are intending to be a litigation lawyer, or if you already are a litigation lawyer, what according to you is the purpose of being a courtroom lawyer? Now, if you have any answers, you can post them in the comment box so that I can come to know. Someone may say the status, someone may say the money part, someone may say the prestige, Someone may say something else. So what do you think is the purpose of becoming a lawyer? Okay, I'm not seeing many comments, but anyways, I would proceed. So there could be different purposes. For someone, it may be an intellectual challenge that is involved in the uh, the in becoming an advocate, courtroom advocate, or for someone it may be money, it may be prestige, or things like that. But tell me, for whom a lawyer is really a lawyer? किसके लिए है वो वकील? क्या a lawyer is a lawyer for himself? I mean, advocate, a practicing advocate. Is he a practicing advocate for himself or for someone else? Take, for example, a doctor. Is a doctor for himself, for treating himself? खुद खुद क्या खुद के लिए डॉक्टर होता है क्या डॉक्टर? Take any service provider, any professional. I'm sorry, yaar, I don't know why my voice is echoing to me. It's echoing back to me, and that is disturbing. I don't know what's the setting. Hmm, 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 hmm. Let me check the. हेलो 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 फिर से हो रहा है Okay. He says, I guess you're running your own stream in the background. हाँ, that may be. नहीं, but ऐसा भी नहीं है. Okay. अभी है क्या? Noise gone? Echo gone? Ah, right. Echo gone. Thank you, Hyper Kid. You really are a whiz kid. Great, great. So, the ultimate purpose of becoming a lawyer is to serve people, to help someone else, to help people. Yeah, Hyperkid, it's gone. It's so to serve. In one word, the purpose of becoming a lawyer is to serve, to help someone else solve his problem. And with that mindset, a lawyer is expected to enter the legal profession. So, this is the first point that is important in our today's live stream. The mindset. With which mindset should an aspiring lawyer enter the law profession? That is to serve the society, to serve people, to help solve someone's problems using the legal skills, the legal acumen, the legal knowledge which the lawyer has. So that's the mindset with which the lawyer should enter the law profession. देखो कुछ भी आप सोच लो कितने भी जवाब रहे it was with me when I entered the law profession. It was not for status or money or prestige in the beginning. It was for the intellectual challenge that was involved. वो मुझे बड़ा मोहित करता था, वो मुझे बड़ा allure करता था, the mind game, the mind part. But with passage of time, with so many years of practice into the law field, now I realize that The ultimate purpose of the law profession is to serve people, solve their legal problems using a lawyer's own skills. Okay, so with that mindset, a young lawyer should enter the law profession. Now, coming to the first stage of the lawyering journey, that is understanding the problem of your client properly. Because this is the first and very crucial stage. If you don't understand the client's problem correctly, you won't be getting a direction, the right direction. You won't be able to help him really in the right way. So, what happens when a client enters your office? He comes to you with a problem in his heart. Kuch na kuch problem. Just like a patient enters a doctor's clinic with some bodily problem, any client enters the lawyer's office with some problem in his life. That problem can be in any area of his life. I mean, legal problem. I'm talking of legal problem here. It can be a family life problem, matrimonial problem, maybe problem with parents, or maybe the problem in his work area, or maybe some business problem. It could be anything. So, when it comes to you with a problem, then the most important thing that you need to do is to understand his problem by listening to his problem properly. Really listen to him. वो कुछ बोल रहा है and then when he starts speaking, a lawyer stops asking him so many questions. थोड़ा सा रुकें, उसका प्रॉब्लम जो है वो बोल रहा है उसको बोलने दें and there involves that skill which is commonly called soft skill, but it is very important in the process of lawyering. देखो, this listening skill or you can say hearing skill is very much important in the whole law process. Hearing को इतना importance दिया है law में. If there is no opportunity of hearing, the government or officer's order is quashed by the court only on that ground. इतना important hearing होता है. So why not give a patient hearing to our client? And just one thing I forgot to say, to mention, even before you start hearing, talking to your client, I mean, hearing the problem of your client, उसके भी पहले एक बात मैं भूल गया बताना, वो ये है कि when the client enters your office, make him comfortable. Develop a bond with him, a trusting bond, just with a small talk. वो आता है तो welcome him. I mean, I'm not saying that you should मतलब रेड कारपेट बिछाओ और वेलकम करो, बात नहीं है, बट a simple smile on his face, on your face, welcome him, make him feel comfortable, ask him to sit, have begin with some small chat कि क्या ऑफिस मिल गया उसको प्रॉपरली आपका, या क्या नाम है, क्या करते हैं, ओके कहाँ किसने भेजा उनको आपकी तरफ. So start talking in a very natural and casual way. So he feels at ease in front of you. And then after say 2-3 minutes of this kind of small chat, ask him what is his problem. And when he starts speaking, pay full attention. Full attention. उसकी problem जो भी है, तो सुनो. And inside your head, visualize that whatever he is narrating to you. Fully concentrate and visualize in your mind's eye whatever he is telling. Now, whatever he is telling may contain maybe a narrative stream of like a story, or it may contain some haphazard events. कभी इधर के बाद, कभी उधर के बाद, कभी उधर के बाद. But don't get irritated. बस सुनो उसको, अच्छे से सुनो. कोशिश करो वो जो कुछ हैप्पैज़ार्डली वेवार्डली बता रहा है उसका कुछ कनेक्शन लग रहा है क्या? क्योंकि कुछ क्लाइंट्स इंटेलिजेंट होते हैं, कुछ सिंपल होते हैं, दे नो हाउ टू नरेट देयर प्रॉब्लम. So first you have to pay full attention and try to understand what he is really trying to tell you. ये एक्सपीरियंस आएगा आपको, आप जब कई बार अनेक क्लाइंट से मिलोगे, उनकी बातें सुनोगे, तो यू विल कम टू नो कि सम क्लाइंट्स आर रियली क्लियर, सम क्लाइंट्स आर इंटेलिजेंट, सम क्लाइंट्स आर ओके, सम क्लाइंट्स रियली डोंट नो हाउ टू टेल देयर प्रॉब्लम. तो ये आप उनको सुनो एक कुछ समय तक. But again, a stage will come if a client is not very clearly telling you what his problem is. A point will come, say after 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So a time will come when you would like to, I mean, you will have to ask some question, some clarificatory questions, maybe some probing questions, exploratory questions. So you have to ask those questions. So asking questions is another skill that you have to develop when you talk to a client. First is listening skill. Then after listening to him for say about some 10 minutes, 15 minutes, some time, depending on the situation, then you may start asking him some probing questions, exploratory questions, to know कि कुछ मिसिंग जो गैप्स थी वो क्या इवेंट्स थे, या एक किसी पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन में उसने कोई एक्शन नहीं ली होगी तो क्यों नहीं ली. और यू कैन आस्क हिम कि कोई पर्टिकुलर एक्शन क्यों ली, मतलब क्यों नहीं ली, क्यों ली, और कभी कोई मिसिंग लिंक थी तो उसका क्या हुआ. ऑल दोस थिंग्स यू कैन probe and ask so that you get a very clear picture of the events that are happening. And then one thing you should do while the client speaks, you should scribble some key words in front of you on a pen and a paper. उसके प्रॉब्लम्स की जो इवेंट्स है विच इज नरेटिंग, जस्ट नोट डाउन सम कीवर्ड, नॉट द होल, आई मीन नॉट ऑल द डिटेल्स. आप पूरे डिटेल्स अगर लिखने जाओगे तो दैट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. योर माइंड विल बी इन राइटिंग ओनली. देयरफॉर आई एम सेइंग स्क्रिबल. नोट्स स्क्रिबल करते ना, उसे कीवर्ड्स, उसके बातों में के कीवर्ड्स आप लिखते जाओ. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल इफ इज नरेटिंग टू यू द मैट्रिमोनियल प्रॉब्लम एंड इफ इज टेलिंग कि उनकी मैरिज किसी पर्टिकुलर तारीख को एक पर्टिकुलर शहर में हुई, तो यू शुड क्विकली नोट डाउन द डेट डैश मैरिज दिल्ली वॉट एवर द प्लेस. फिर वो बताएगा कि मैरिज से हमें 2 लड़के हैं, 2 इश्यूज, सिंपल. एंड देन ही गोज ऑन टॉकिंग एंड टॉकिंग. तो उसके कीवर्ड्स आप नोट करते जाओ तो आपके पास एक नोट्स मतलब कीवर्ड्स अवेलेबल हो जाएंगे so that you can understand his story. And then if there are some documents he has brought, there may be situations where a client comes to you with a problem which has no documents at all. It may be a fresh problem, but there may be situations where a client comes to you with some documents. So वो जो documents वो लाएगा वो carefully देखो. All documents, read them word by word, because many times clients don't understand real meaning of what is written in the documents. It's you who can, as a lawyer, understand them and make things clear to your client. So that's the way of understanding the problem of the client accurately. So after you finish hearing him, or after you finish noting all the things down, his problem will become clear to you. And then, of course, you will be judging whether it is within your domain of expertise or not. Maybe sometimes it's not a courtroom, I mean, it's not a legal problem. Something that emerges is a problem of maybe family counselor is needed, a behavioral problem हो सकता है. So maybe he needs some counselors help. So you can suggest him like that rather than say, straightway taking him to court, because sometimes court में सीधे गए तो things become complicated. Even in commercial transactions, you may find that straightway going to court may complicate things. You can then suggest your clients, of course, if the situation is such, you can suggest your clients to first hold a meeting with the opponents, to talk to them, to try to persuade them, so that matter can be settled out of court. So it's not necessary that immediately you should start thinking of filing a case in the court. So that's the thing. After understanding the problem of your client, then you can, if it is within the domain of your expertise, then you can go ahead. If not, you can direct him to a lawyer who is practicing in that kind of area. That area, I mean. So that's the end of stage one. Now I cannot go into a great depth, because otherwise this live stream will continue for 3 hours, 4 hours. If you have any questions with regard to this, you can of course post them here, and I will try to answer them. Yes, welcome, Rajdip, Rajdip Banik, Tanmoy, Tanmoy, welcome, SUK, welcome, Prem Kumar, welcome, and Rahul, welcome. Okay, so that's the stage one. And the skills that are involved, as I told you, are listening skills, exploratory questioning skills, scribbling skills, and the reading skill, document reading skill. So these are the skills. कैसे करना है, बार बार करके आपकी प्रैक्टिस होगी इसमें. Anybody has any question about this, please post them in the comments, so that if I see the question, I can answer them right here. Okay, now moving to the stage two, next stage. After you understand his problem, for example, suppose if his problem is, say, termination. A client comes to you with a problem that he was in service and he is terminated. Then the stage two begins, working on the problem and, of course, advising him on the problem. So after you understand the legal problem, and when you start working on the problem, the first thing you should do is to ascertain the correct legal remedy for your problem of your client. उसका जो problem है, उसकी what will be the correct legal remedy. Rahul, any questions about this? Tanmoy, Rahul, Rajdeep, if you have any question, you can put. So you have to ascertain the correct legal remedy. Now, see, for example, if the person who is terminated is working in a, say, in private school, whether aided or not, then under law, his legal remedy for challenging his termination is before the school tribunal. That you have to ascertain what's the legal remedy. Or suppose if the person who is terminated is the government servant, then his legal remedy would be before the Maharashtra Administrative Tribunal. If the person who is terminated is the servant of a local authority, who really has no legal remedy in the law in which by which he is governed, then the ultimate remedy would be the High Court by filing a writ petition. So that's how you have to assess all the circumstances. of your client's situation after understanding his problem and ascertain the correct legal remedy. The next thing you are expected to do is to understand the scope of that legal remedy. If you are going to file an appeal, what is the scope of the appeal? If it would be a writ petition, then what are the parameters within which a writ petition can be filed, and whether those grounds are available or not? That, of course, that will have to be studied later. But the scope of the legal remedy, you have to understand after ascertaining the correct legal remedy. Then, after understanding the scope of the problem, scope of the legal remedy, not problem, I'm sorry, you have to identify what are the uh, determinant factors for succeeding in that legal remedy. अब मेरे बोलने का मतलब ये है कि सपोज एग्जांपल देता हूं, सपोज इफ द लीगल रेमेडी दैट यू हैव आइडेंटिफाइड इज appeal, and you have also understood the scope of the appeal. Now, what is the scope of the appeal? In an appeal, even evidence can be appreciated. Suppose if it's a first appeal, or not in second appeal, I'm talking of first appeal. So, if it is an appeal, evidence can also be appreciated, but not in a writ petition. In a writ petition, courts wouldn't go into evidence aspect. Courts would go to find out whether the decision making process was right or wrong. उसके parameters अलग है. So you have to identify the determinant factors for succeeding in that legal remedy with respect to your client's case. For example, जैसे मैंने कहा कि if it's going to be an appeal, then the court can appreciate evidence. So you will have to look into the evidence. Then you study evidence, whatever evidence is available on record, and find out whether the lower court has committed any mistake in appreciating the evidence correctly or not. That would be the determinant factor. After you study, you will come out कि हाँ बाबा, यहाँ evidence है, but court has not taken it into consideration, not appreciated it, or court has given findings with regard to certain things which are not there in the evidence on record. So, getting me? These would be the determinant factors for succeeding in the legal remedy. If it's a writ petition, then writ के जो parameters है वो, for example, is there a failure to perform public duty? Is there any error of jurisdiction? Error in exceeding the jurisdiction, exercising the jurisdiction not vested in it by law, or exceeding the jurisdiction which is vested in it. I mean, in the sense, थोड़ा मतलब कमिटिंग एक्सेसेस ऑफ जुरिस्डिक्शन, जो पावर है जुरिस्डिक्शन के उससे ज्यादा कुछ कर दिया है क्या? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, excess of jurisdiction, I'll give you an example of that. There was a case in which the law gave power to the State Information Commission to to recommend disciplinary inquiry against the public information officers who are designated as such in that law. But then in the case which the lawyer was handling, the State Information Commission had recommended disciplinary inquiry against the first appellate authorities. Now, the law doesn't empower the State Information Commission to recommend a disciplinary inquiry against the first appellate authorities. So, this is a situation of excess of jurisdiction, because the law empowers recommending a disciplinary inquiry only against a particular type of person, that is, public information officer, central or state, whatever. But then in that case, even against the first appellate authorities, the disciplinary inquiry was recommended. That was excess of jurisdiction. So such things happen. That gives you ground for succeeding in the case. That's what I'm referring to as determinant factors for succeeding in that legal remedy which you have ascertained. So कैसे करोगे ये? Of course, by thoroughly researching the law. In your journey as a lawyer, you will have to keep on researching, looking into law, studying law. Then ये second stage का ही fourth step है. Then check whether the facts and documents of your client fit into those determinant factors, the success determining factors or not. जो आपने देखा कि अच्छा law से the scope of law is this. For succeeding in that legal remedy, I need to establish such things before the court. And now look into the facts and documents of your client's case to check whether those actually are available in your case or not. And that will give you the assessment as to what is the merit of your client's case. उसमें दम है या नहीं है, हम बोलते हैं ना केस में दम नहीं है या केस में दम है. So merits of the case, कितना सक्सेस मिलने के चांसेस है. सो ये सब चीजें कैसे करोगे? ऑफ कोर्स सिंपली बाय रीडिंग, थिंकिंग, एनालाइजिंग constantly. So that's the thing. And then comes the fifth step in the second stage, advising your client. In this way, after assessing the merits of your client's case, a stage will come to advise your clients as to whether there is any there are any chances of success or not, and if yes, then how many, I mean to what extent. Now I know that it's not possible to tell your clients in a mathematical way कि बाबा इतने परसेंट आप जीत सकते, इतने परसेंट हारोगे, but to give him a rough idea, you will have to tell your clients कि कितना अंदाजन, कितना आप जीतने के चांसेस है या नहीं है. अगर जीतने के थोड़े बहुत चांसेस है, देन यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स टेल हिम कि आई सी सम मेरिट इन योर मैटर, और आपकी केस की ये पॉइंट्स अच्छे हैं, इस पर काम किया जा सकता है, केस करी जा सकती है. एंड इफ यू सी एब्सोल्युटली नो मेरिट इन इट, clearly tell the client that you find his case not much worth, with your reasons of course. उसके बाद भी sometimes client says कि no sir, please make an attempt, try करो. So with clear understanding, with full understanding, if the client agrees to go ahead with filing of the case, then you can go ahead with that. So that is where the stage number 2 ends, that is working on the problem and advising the client. Yes, Rahul, you are asking a question. Yes. He is my younger brother. Welcome, Law in the Life. Okay, your name is Advocate L.K. Upadhyay. Oh, great. Thank you for joining. Yes, definitely this video will help you. Young lawyers के लिए खास ये वीडियो है, लाइव स्ट्रीम है. I hope you are all getting some insights, real insights. And it's not for accomplished lawyers. This is for young lawyers only. मेरे आंखों के सामने young advocates ही है आज के लाइव स्ट्रीम में. That's why I'm speaking on this topic. So then comes stage number 3, drafting a case. So पहली दो stages होने के बाद, when you ascertain the legal remedy, you ascertain the scope of the legal remedy, then you identify the determining factors for success, you advise the client, you assess the merits of the case, and when the client gives green signal, you become ready to draft that particular case. Now one most important thing before you sit to draft a case. Now, see, in this on this channel only, I have created, I think, as many as 8 to 9, maybe 10 videos on the topic of drafting, fundamentals of drafting, and that is available there in the form of a playlist. So, those who are interested, definitely please watch that playlist, all the videos one by one. So that will definitely help you. But there are certain things I would like to tell in this live stream also. First and most important thing when you sit to draft is complete grasp of the case. You must have a complete grasp of the facts of the case, of the law involved in your case after researching that law, of course, the merits of the case, the problem of your client, and what, according to you, should be the solution to that problem. That also you need to determine. So, after this preparation, when you sit to draft, always begin with the end in mind. मेरे कहने का मतलब है सबसे पहले आप जो भी ड्राफ्ट करोगे उसकी प्रेयर क्लॉज ड्राफ्ट करो. Prayer clause is that clause in which you seek exact reliefs from the court. That relief which will solve the problem of your client. जो प्रॉब्लम लेके वो आपके पास आया है. For example, simple, if your client's problem is termination from service, then you would pray for quashing and setting aside that termination order. Obviously, because unless that order is set aside, he wouldn't be reinstated in service. So you have to first design the prayer clause. Suppose if your client's marriage is null and void, then of course you will have to seek a declaration that the marriage is null and void. Hold and declare that the marriage between so and so performed on so and so is null and void. I see prayer clause. So first thing you do is to craft or draft prayer clause. Then also think of drafting interim prayer if the situation requires. So interim relief prayer you must draft, because suppose if the client is terminated, then you should pray for interim relief like stay to the termination order. If the court grants it, then immediately your client will be back in service and his case will remain will continue. It will be decided in due course on its own merits, but at least till then your client will be back in service if the court finds merit in your interim order. Okay, friends, I'm really sorry. The power has gone off. So I have been able to log in just through my tab. I don't know whether